Okay, so me, Steven, and his dad brought the dogs to the park, and I usually will take them off leash and they'll just kind of run around but stay with me. But for some reason, as soon as I let Buttercup off, she just took off running like on towards the other side of the park, and she did not slow down. And I don't know what's gotten into her, but I had to chase after her. And she's 13 years old. This dog does not act like she's 13. Let me show you. I can't turn it around. Oh well. Here. There. Say hi, Buttercup. This dog makes me run. Oh, there's Jess. Okay. So we're just at the park hanging out, and Steven's dad is going to fly his drone. And then hopefully tomorrow or later today, I will start separating all my plants and prepping them to make more for the planting party on April 22nd. So, yep, that's what we're doing. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be going over on how to make more succulent plants, and because my friend Mary has given me a bunch of her plants that she's dug up out of her yard because she's having cement poured, so she doesn't want the plants and I could use them, so she gave me them. Okay, so just a quick reminder of why I'm creating all these plants. It's because my friend Liz is having a planting party fundraiser for mine and Steven's wedding, since neither one of us have the money to really have a wedding, and we want to get married, and Steven, like, I'm okay with, the whole beach ceremony and just going kiteboarding after, but Steven wants, the whole, wedding with, the bridesmaids and groomsmen and, the family there and all that. So that's why we're doing this fundraiser, is to give Steven his dream wedding. So just a reminder. And so let's make a bunch of plants. I'm not sure exactly what this kind is called. I've looked it up before, and then I wrote it down somewhere, and then I lost the piece of paper. So I don't know what it's called anymore, but it looks like this. Kind of looks like flowers, like little rosette. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is to take just a cutting of a succulent. See, this one broke off. And how to, reroot it so you can plant it in a pot or in the ground or something, which is really, really easy, because all you have to do is strip these leaves off, and you have to do it kind of carefully because you don't want to damage the leaf. So each leaf will start a new plant. And it's so easy, like, you don't really need any special soil or anything, because these things will just like fall onto the ground, and if there's enough tiny bit of moisture, they'll start rooting themselves. So pretty much any kind of soil you have, these things are going to root. So, I know they like sandy soil, but these things will root in anything. So got a bunch of them already started, and then I already cleared off this one, so I saved a good portion of this so it still looks like a flower. So I'll let that sit for a few days so that these little wounds where I tore off the leaves, so they'll callus over a little bit, and then I'll plant it in the soil. That way the the stem doesn't rot. So let it callus over for a few days, and then you plant it, pot it up in soil, and then water it just a little bit, but you kind of want to let it to dry out in between waterings. And one more tip, also I said to let this callus over for a few days. You also want to let the leaf callus over for a few days too. But if it starts, looking shrunken up and stuff, it's probably not a good leaf. It means it's just going to shrivel up and die. So this looks like a good leaf to use for a plant. Okay. So it's really bright out here, and it's actually really warm this morning. All of these succulents I started from leaves, and these came from my friend Mary's yard also before she decided she needed to dig out her plants. So I just took pieces of them and made a bunch of them. So, and I think she's only been living there for, well, it's been less than a year. I think I started these like mid-summer, maybe towards the end of summer. And this little guy is a jade plant, and he started from a leaf also. So it's really easy to start succulents just from leaves, and they grow pretty quickly. They're really cute. So this is kind of in the growing stage. These ones I started over winter. I know Steven doesn't like when I bring plants in the house from outside, but I really wanted to get these started. So you could see on this one's already has so much growth off of it that this leaf is finally shriveling up and dying, which is what you want, because you don't want like one just large leaf just hanging out off of a plant. So once this gets big enough, or it gets enough water, the leaf will shrivel up, so you won't see that anymore. Okay, once again, here are some more succulents that I started from leaves. I kind of just laid all the leaves out in a circle and just put them real close to each other. So that's why they're kind of like in a cluster, because maybe I should have spread them out more, but they look really cute in the hanging basket. See? Even though I'm kind of too short to really look at it. So anyone that's tall can admire it, but I think once it gets big enough, it'll start hanging out a little, kind of like these. These I started from leaves also. They grow so fast, like even these ones. And the other day when I had the hose out, I was watering some plants, I accidentally knocked a big piece of this off. So now all those leaves that I knocked off, I'm just gonna make even more plants. So I'm gonna have a lot more plants than I need. So if anybody wants any. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how many plants I'm gonna be making. I have a whole wheelbarrow full of them. So these are all the ones that came out of my friend Mary's yard. And I just can't believe how many, we're gonna have so many plants. So each one of these leaves is going to make a plant. And I'm going to sit here probably, I don't know, I'm gonna do a lot of sitting. Maybe I'll have to stand and do this because I don't do good at sitting very long. So I'm just going to try to divide these out, let them sit for a few days, and just so that they'll be ready. And now let's just start. It's gonna take me some time, so I hope someone wants these, because yeah, Steven's definitely not gonna let me keep all these plants. Here's a quick demonstration on how to pull the leaves off. I just kind of, oh, there's a snail. Just kind of twist, like gently, until it just comes off. See? And there's a snail. Oh, where'd he go? Focus. There he is. Okay. So here's one of my rosettes that calloused over. So you can see it's all nice and calloused and ready to be potted. So that's what I'm gonna do. Today I'm using the cactus, palm, and citrus soil and these little tiny terracotta pots. Well, I'm gonna use a lot of other pots too, but this is what I'm starting out with for the biggest rosettes because they're big, so they get their own pots. Now all they need is water. Making progress. And Steven driving his car. And Buttercup. Okay. So I got almost all of the rosettes potted. Even these little tiny ones. I like the little tiny ones, they're cute. But I've got quite a bit. Still got a few more that I have to pot up, the little scraggly ones. And here are all my leaves that all the leaves that I started. There's some over here too. So you can be pretty creative in whatever patterns you want when laying these out. Because as soon as they start rooting and they get big enough, I'll probably put them in different pots to make it easier for whoever wants them. But I think it's cool to just make a pretty little design. This is like the one that I like the best. It looks like a mosaic pattern. Plant fundraiser is only about a month away now. And a lot of the leaves that I'm starting probably aren't really going to be ready for the fundraiser, but we'll see if we can use any of them. But if not, I was thinking maybe putting the ones that are leaves, once they get big enough, putting them in little cute little pots or something like this and using them as wedding favors or something. I thought that would be cute, but just an idea, so that even if they can't be used for the fundraiser, you can either have a yard sale or I'll just give them away. So either way, they'll go to a good home.